Okay, this is going to be my install video for the coils. You're gonna have to bear with me. I'm really not that good at this. So here we go. As you can see, you gotta remove the intake. This is the easiest way to do it is just to pull it off the throttle body, pull it off anywhere else it is, whether you have a stock one or an AEM or whatever. Then you'll see here we have the 4 coils. This cord here goes to the alternator. It's just in your way all the time. That's about it. You don't really have to do anything with it. Usually this plastic piece is attached here through this hole. Here is your wiring. Where does it go? You got starter and a bunch of other stuff there. And you have this clip here. At some point you're going to want to reach in, and on the bottom it runs through there. And you need to push it in, and it'll pull out the top. You can remove that out of the way. Okay. And you'll see here, there's 4 bolts, which are 10 millimeter. Just a 10 millimeter socket. You can remove all 4 of those. You also have these 4 gray clips here. All you gotta do is push in and pull each clip out one by one, and I'll do that quick. Okay, all 4 clips are off, and I already had all 4 bolts off. Honestly, I don't even know where mine are. I don't even actually run with them on my car half the time because I always lose them. So once you have those off, you can actually pull each coil and wire off. These are actually what my car runs with, so they're actually going to end up staying on my car. But I'll just get them kind of out of the way here to make it easier to show this video of what's actually going to go on here for the install. Alright, that's out of the way. You can actually take this harness as well and just kind of push the clips in the back here. Now you'll see I have these bolts out already. These are also 10 millimeter. You have one here on the air compressor, and you have one right back here. I'm just going to take those out real quick. Okay, as you can see, it's in now. There's one bolt that goes in this back hole, and then the 2 bolts that go into the front hole. And there's a lot more room here with this design over the old design. Now, see, you can take your wiring back out. This is for obviously the coil plugs themselves. Fucking shit all over the place. All right. And they're in the correct order. They're the perfect length, you know, to go to all 4. Obviously, these won't plug in because they're designed for the Mazda one, which is why this harness here is sent. This harness here adapts them. Now, you're gonna want to take the one with the ground on it as the back coil, and what you're gonna do is this plug here is actually going to go down and plug into the coil. All you gotta do is push hard, it'll plug right in. Okay, and the same thing on this one here. This is the Mazda plug. Sorry, doing this one-handed kind of sucks. And it'll plug into there too. You'll do that on all 4 coils right in a row. That'll adapt them perfect. Then we have this ground here. A lot of people don't have access to a jack for most common tools, so they aren't able to do it where most people would do it. You know, see, it says attached engine ground. If that's the case, if you don't want to get out of the car, you don't have the ability to do it today, you can just ground this to the chassis itself. So what a lot of people are doing is they're moving this bolt or this bolt, taking a wire brush, kind of cleaning them up, and grounding it to here, and just wrapping the ground over across to here. Otherwise, they're dropping it down the side of the engine. Let me see if I can get a shot of where they're grounding it to. Alright, you'll see there's your oil level plug. But right above it, you have the 2 bolts. That's a chassis ground. I'm sorry. That's one of the engine grounds right there. So you can just attach it there and ground it out as well. That is also, should be a 10 millimeter. If it's not, then it's going to be a 12. There we go. And that's basically everything that needs to be done to set this up. Obviously the coil wire, or the plug wires, will go on here and go that way down to the spark plugs. And I will send a picture with this video to everyone that kind of shows how the wires are run. Otherwise, there's also YouTube videos for changing spark plugs and spark plug wires to these cars. And it can all be done from up top. It's a little bit difficult. Easiest to be done from underneath the car. If you don't want to get underneath the car, you can always jack it up and turn the wheel and do it through the wheel well, which is also difficult, but at least you have options. So that's everything with that. One thing I didn't really think of when designing this until afterwards, that was pointed out to me, was this. Now the bracket's gone, you know, where does this go? So it doesn't hit the AC belt or whatever. So for now, what I'm doing is I'm actually going to send a couple zip ties with, so you can basically pick this up to here and zip tie it to there for now. I'm going to be making an adapter. I'll either be making an adapter for the original couple people's kits to adapt to that plastic clip that was in the metal harness, or I'll be making a new bracket that has a standoff that'll physically hold this up high. But either way, it's not really a big issue.